Hello, welcome to Tuesdays with Tara. I am Tara Nolan, transformation coach, working with strong, smart, successful men and women who are on a mission to fulfill their life purpose and live with greater fulfillment, freedom, and fun. I am grateful to do what I do and to be here with you today. So, today's topic, I'm here every Tuesday at 1 p.m. on several different outlets. So wherever you're seeing me now, I will be again every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Pacific. So put this on your calendar and join me regularly. Today's topic is a juicy one. It's really dating and how this can be a roadmap to self-discovery. I wrote this specifically for strong women and men who date or like to date strong women. Now, even if you are in a relationship, this is still pertinent to you because you may want to have more dating and more fulfillment in your current relationship, or you may be out there looking for that special person to bring more joy, love, and fulfillment to your life. This is really something we do a great amount of discussion around, even in my mastermind. And I am not a relationship coach. I am not a love coach. So I'm not putting that out there in any way. But I do have experience and some expertise in the particular area I'm going to speak to you about today, which is how you can shift your perspective around dating, how you can shift your perspective around your current relationship or the people that you're meeting to really bring you more knowledge and connection to your relationship to self. And in turn, it will impact your relationships with others. So let me put it this way. You can only have as intimate of a relationship with another being as you can have an intimate relationship with self. Let me explain that. If you're not willing to go deep into your heart and feel the feelings, even the ones that hurt, even the ones you don't want to look at, then you don't experience the greater levels of joy, and you can't share that with another being. We talk about this in my coaching mastermind with the amazing women and some men that I work with, because a lot of them are coaches or they're healers or they're spiritual entrepreneurs, and they want to support their clients on a deeper level. So I explained to them, and I would explain to you, you have to also be willing to do the inner work on self, because you can't go as deep with your clients if you can't do that to self. And I will say, I've always been really interested in deep conversations, deep work, deep self-discovery. I'm an empath, an old soul. I've embraced that now that I've learned more about myself, and I'm drawn to self-knowledge. I'm drawn to people that are willing to go there with me. But I certainly have spent my years of escaping and masking it and pushing it aside and using unhealthy, outside sources to not deal with feelings at different times in my life. And it does hold you back from what you really want to experience more of. So that's just a little overview that why we're talking about this today. Hi, I'm Tara Nolan. If you're just tuning in from Transformation Tara, if you are on, leave me a comment. Let me know you're there. I want to say hello to you. I'm tuning in here from northern Wisconsin. This is the beautiful Northwoods behind me. I've been at my desk all day on amazing Zoom calls with great people, but I needed to get outside and experience this fresh air and beautiful weather, and also let you see the great background because it's amazing. There is a lake way back there too, which is pretty cool. So here are some tips. I'm going to get right into it. These tips can be life-changing if you really allow them to be. If you come from a place right now of inquiry, which I always suggest, we say in the world of yoga to always show up in life and business and all aspects with a beginner's mind. So, oh my gosh, hi Lynn, great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, please let me know if you're here and where you're tuning in from, because I'm on a software system where I'm live in several places, so I can't see people. I can't see who's here unless you kind of make a comment or something. So thank you. Here's the thing. And Lynn and anyone else, leave a comment below. I'm curious who's tuning in. Even if you're watching the replay, leave the same comment, whether you're in a relationship or single, men or women, in a relationship or single. Leave that in the comments so I kind of know who's tuning into this type of message. This is beneficial for anyone and everyone, although it's certainly geared towards dating. So here's the thing. If you can find meaning in every situation in your life, you can recognize that it's a lesson to something you're meant to learn. So I've gone on some amazing dates and I've gone on some horrible dates, and I've got great stories to prove all of the above. And I can tell you that every experience we encounter can have deeper meaning to insight to self. So what I mean by that, tune into how you feel. You can learn about your boundaries. I shared a long post, a dating story not too long ago when I was in California about a month or two ago, with a guy who was a setup. So it was actually, it wasn't on an online app or anything. It was someone that was, I trusted, that was set up. And it was a really uncomfortable date. Like, I literally didn't feel safe very quickly on the date. And I actually had someone else near us say, be careful. Like, it was weird. I was kind of like, is the guy even on something? And he was really kind of aggressive with me. I go like this because he like headlocked me and was taking selfies. I was like, who are you? I mean, it was like I was headlocked. Like, it was really uncomfortable. But what I can learn about that is my boundaries and my relationship to feeling secure and confident in myself and in who I'm spending my time with. And knowing that it's all up to me to be empowered to choose these situations, to choose when to back out of them. So how do you feel in your current relationship if you're in one? And this isn't about being in a headlock. That's like truly what happened, but it's like a joke. I mean, like, do you feel this deeper sense of security? And I'm talking security to speak your truth. Do you have an environment created where you can share things that are scary, things that you might think your partner might not like? Or if are you forming a relationship with someone new that you can also create that environment for them where they can feel safe to say, I don't even know if you'd like this, or if you think this is kind of crazy or out there, or this is what I'm feeling, like, without judgment. And this is one of the biggest things I believe in, and what really led me to do this live today, is that so many of us are lonely in our relationships or feeling lonely out there dating. And the amazing, beautiful women I work with, and I mean beautiful inside and out, they are smart, strong, successful women. And some of them, share with me that they haven't yet found that true unconditional love, that amazing soulmate connection, and felt loved for all the different parts of them. And women and men, you all deserve that. You deserve to be loved for all the different parts of you. And please tune in to yourself and recognize, are you giving that to your partner? So whatever you want in your relationships, on your dates, what are you giving? How are you showing up? Do you want more romance? Can you show up and be romantic? Do you want it to be more fun? Are you being fun? Are you being interesting? Are you sharing? If you want someone to be a good listener, are you being a good listener? I'm going to segue from this and get back to so many more tips today that I think this is a really juicy talk. So hang in there with me on this the whole time. We're not going to be here too long, but you might be thinking, well, if you're not a love coach and relationship coach, then why are you here talking about dating? Well, in transformation, I work very deeply with self-discovery, like to guide amazing women and men to find their truth. And everything that we encounter in life can be an opportunity to do that. So I've not only been in the coaching people for now about 14 years, a deep level coaching, but I have a birthday coming this week. I see Bonnie on. Bonnie joined with me one time when she was, when I was giving away some birthday sessions. I gave away some free coaching sessions, and then she stepped into a program with me. And I have a birthday coming this week, and I'm going to share because I am so happy about my age. I'm proud of it. Why are we hiding our age, ladies, men, whatever? Like, it's awesome. It's just a number. I'm going to be 48 on Friday. Woohoo! And I'm happy with where I'm at in my life. But I will tell you, I've never been married. It was a choice. And because of that, I've spent a lot of years dating. I spent a lot of time being out and about. I was in sales. I was in corporate. I did a lot where I was, out with people, and I did a lot of dating. And I will tell you very, very sincerely, there's some things I did really well. And of course, some things I could learn from myself. But my longer term relationships were amazing. They were, I could well up thinking about these amazing men that have been my past. And if you're seeing, if any of you exes are seeing this, you would agree. We have had soulmate, deep level, beautiful relationships that were like out of the movies, like just deep level love. And then people would say to me, I'm sorry it didn't work out. And I would literally get perplexed. And I urge you to consider applying this to your own life if you ever had a relationship that didn't work. People say didn't work. It's not that it didn't work. It worked. I'm like, what do you mean it didn't work? It worked. It was amazing. It was so awesome and so much experience to open my heart and crack my heart open even wider, even the times of heartbreak. It worked for the time it was meant to work. Not all relationships have to go to the rest of our lives. Not all of them. And some of them do. And that's amazing too. And I celebrate you. But let's really appreciate the relationships that we have had and the people that have come and gone in our lives. And as far as dating, the game continues to shift. And I will tell you that I've been on a lot of dates over the last what would it be? Like at least 30 years, 35 years that I've been dating. And I've enjoyed dating. I enjoy getting to know new people. I enjoy it because it's typically more of a one-on-one, and I can deeply connect in a way that you can do more so than in a small talk party situation. I like getting to know people. I appreciate people, especially when they open up about who they really are. Those are my favorite dates. So strong women, I want to talk about strong women in dating. Strong women, successful women, they want to, yes, strong women can do it without a partner. Like I'm independent and strong. And a lot of the women I work with are my clients. For some reason, they're drawn to me. No surprise, right? We can do it on our own. And because of that, the person with that strong woman will reap the benefits, I believe, of even more love, because we're not in it because we need someone to take care of us. We're not in it because we can't do it alone, because we're scared to be alone, because there's anything needy about us. Sometimes this can impact the other partner, whether it's a man or someone else, a woman, whoever else is in the relationship, as to say, oh, I don't feel needed. It's true. It's not a necessity. It's a gift. And there is a gift to both of you being in one another's lives. And can you look at it that way? Can you open your heart to saying, yeah, I get to be a gift to someone else, and I get to accept this gift of having them in my life? And how beautiful is that? How beautiful to say, it's not because I can't do it alone. You can do it alone, ladies. You can afford your lifestyle. You can make it happen even if you haven't so far. And if not, I can guide you to do so, because that's what I help my clients to do. But you can also be in a relationship because it's only about the deepest, purest love, respect and non-judgment and unconditional. And I don't mean if someone hurts you or crosses your boundaries. I mean unconditional in a way that there's no judgment when you have different thoughts or different ways, or you make mistakes or different things, right? And I think that sometimes we lose that in our world today, because there is a lot of judgment and there is a lot of keeping up with one another and having to put on a certain face and act a certain way in these social circles. And if we could just get back to what's in our hearts and love, we can connect to a deeper, more beautiful, kinder part of us and share more of that with the world and with each other in dating and in relationship and in how we show up. So this is how dating can be a path to self-discovery, because you can look at how you are showing up on your dates, how you are showing up in your relationship. Are you creating an environment where you are giving an open space with non-judgment and love and acceptance? And then, of course, you get to decide that this person doesn't align with me, and there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with you. It just doesn't align. It's just not the match that you're looking for. And the more that you date, the more you can get clarity on what it is you truly want. And how you do that. My recommendation and my experience and the amazing coaches I've worked with have helped me to get here too, which is how you feel. Not does that other person check your boxes, when you're dating. So if you're out there dating, not that they check all the boxes and say, well, they have this and this and this, whatever. They're 6 feet tall and weigh this much and whatever, make this much money, all that. That will only get you so far. And we see a lot of failed relationships. And I don't think anything's a failure, but we see a lot of relationships that people really want to work and they don't. And I think a key in knowing yourself and in having a successful relationship is truly like, who helps you to feel more joy, confidence, love, maybe even feel sexy, maybe feel beautiful, for a man to feel appreciated, to know that there's a certain level of trust and respect and honesty. Like, who do you feel that with when you're spending time with them? And I really tune into my gut instincts. So I know really quickly, like, how I am vibing with someone and how I'm interacting. And if I'm really truly interested or not, it can take me a short amount of time. And I would urge that, because this is a lesson in trusting yourself and knowing you don't have to like think about it, analyze, is it okay? You have to really like know that you already know so many of the answers of what you want in a partner and what you want in your life. If you do get that intimate connection with self and you start to discover who you are, how do you feel in different situations? Do you feel supported? The strong, successful woman still wants support. And yes, ladies, we can do it on our own. And sometimes we choose to make so many of the decisions on our own because, let's face it, we want it our way a lot. But if a man can be strong, or a partner, I don't mean any gender, all relationships are welcome here, but just to make it easy for the heterosexual, to be able to refer to that. If a man or the other person can be strong enough to allow the strong woman to make her decisions, even when she makes mistakes, to say, okay, it's fine. Like, you get to take over this moment. It means a lot to that woman to be able to do that and not be threatening to the man. In addition, it's great not to have all the pressure on the strong woman just because she can do it. Like, sometimes she wants to be supported. Sometimes she wants a rock. Even after a long day when she's got it all together and she's done it all and she can keep doing it, to have someone just like throw their arms around you as a woman and just say, I got you. I got you. And I think recognizing if you're allowing that in will help you to determine whether or not you are in receptive mode for all of the beauty and joy and abundance in your life. Like, are you receptive and open to love and letting someone come in to help support you and take care of you? Will also tell you if you're open and receptive to different levels of success, wealth, money, abundance in different ways. Or are you feeling really blocked? Like, that would make you uncomfortable. I'm thinking of so many of the clients I've worked with. I worked with this really amazing, they're all amazing, sorry, I can't help but use that word, strong, successful woman in Milwaukee. We will call her Kim. That's not her name, but I'm just going to make up a name, Kim. And Kim would take care of everything in the household with their twins and with her partner. And she started holding things against him without realizing it. She started having a bit of resentment and was pushing him away as far as intimacy and love, but, and then blaming him. And we do that. We blame the other person. But here's the deal. Every situation in life is co-created. And when you can take away right and wrong and looking at what someone else is doing, but you can actually look at, what am I doing to contribute to this situation? How am I co-creating? That is when you're super evolved and when you've just empowered yourself that you can make a difference. So if you blame someone else, you can't make a difference. You can't change anything. And you're going to say, you're thinking of these scenarios that might upset you, but he doesn't do this and he doesn't do that or whatever, right? But what if you say, am I allowing it? Am I asking for it? Like, it's kind of an old funny story can be like, he's not giving me flowers. He's not giving me flowers. I'm like, did you ask him to give flowers? Like, he might not know you really want flowers. He might think you like chocolates and that's enough. And you're like, yeah, I hate chocolates. He keeps giving chocolates, right? So it's this clear communication is something I call it CFC, crystal effing clear, CFC. And you have to be CFC in your communication because people really don't get what you're saying when you're wishy-washy, and women tend to be wishy-washy, even these strong women, because they don't want to be abrasive. They don't want to ask for too much or be too pushy because they're already being accused of that in business. So they're trying to shy away from that. But what happens then is they're not clear. And we bring that home to our relationships. We bring that to our coworkers. We bring that to our team members. And no one knows exactly what you're expecting. And then you're disappointed that your expectations aren't being met. So when I worked through with this same client that I'm calling Kim in Milwaukee to get CFC, crystal freaking clear, in her communication, it literally was a game changer in everything. Her assistant at work started stepping up. She had a better situation with her business partnership, and things with her life partner literally shifted dramatically. And she shared she'd never been happier. And I'm helping her as a holistic approach to business, right? I'm a transformation coach. But the impact on the relationships is so strong that I really felt drawn to share it here today. I also felt drawn to share here today because I'm a dater. I've been dating. I might be like one of the top, numbers of how many dates I've been on in my life as people out there. I think I could be in the records because I've been dating for so many years, and I've stayed single a majority of those years. I've also had long-term relationships. Long-term for me is 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, sometimes 2 years. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every person that's been in my life and the experiences. And I've always been all about experiences. So if you're a person that's single, that's wondering why it's not happening for you, I would urge you to find gratitude for the situations that you have had that brought you here today. And hopefully you already do that. And also to look at how you are showing up. Are you showing up as the person that you want to attract? Are you clear? And I mean CFC clear in who you want to attract. Because a lot of times we think we know, but we really don't. Like, I recently found that out because I thought I was describing what I was interested in, and I was set up with someone that was like, oh no, like there's no way possible this could happen, even though this seems like a nice person. There's just no way. So I started really getting clear about what I wanted, and I guide my clients to do the same, whether it is in different clients that they want to attract into their own business. And you don't know until you have those situations, right? You don't know until you work with a client that you're like, I don't like that. That person's a little bit like too stubborn and uncoachable, and I can't actually get them where they want to go. Like, I want to work with people that I can bring them amazing results. And if they're too stubborn, I like stubborn women because I'm one of them and I get it. So I can be strong enough to stand up to them, which a strong woman needs a coach that's strong. But if they're too much, that they won't be accepting and open and do what we recommend or what I recommend in our programs, I can't get them results. So if you're too stubborn in your relationships that you can't open up to see how you're co-creating the experience, or even on the date, or not opening up to getting really clear on what doesn't work for you and what does, then you will get in your own way. Do you have any questions? I love that I'm seeing so many people online and popping on. I would love for you guys to send me a wave or hello. I see one of my old clients saying CFC. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So any questions or thoughts on this? I mean, this is the thing. Clarity equals connection. Clarity, when you get clear on how you feel in different situations, you can seek out those situations more, and you can be clear to your partner or to someone new that you're dating, or to attracting that kind of person in, that this is the kind of person I want to connect with. Also, when I talk about connection, there's 3 things. I'm talking about connection to the other person, connection to self, and connection to spirit. connection to this greater magical universe around us. Clarity will help you to get connected. Meanwhile, connection will help you to get clear. And it's spending that time doing that reflection, really recognizing, how do I feel? We don't do that enough. We just go, oh, that didn't feel good. And we just keep rolling. What if you take a minute and like recognize that, like, okay, when he does this, I feel this way, or this kind of person, like, okay, someone that's real for me, someone that's really, really like super active or type A or something, just really extreme, can be a put off to me, because it almost like stimulates my energy in a way that I'm not comfortable with. So I've gotten clear that I tend to like a more laid back man, because I feel like I can be a little more energized then, and I'm a little more at ease, and I feel really good about that. I also know I want someone that can still, not be so laid back that they're not doing anything with their life, right? But they have like some direction and some clarity on what they want, and some strength behind them, that they could still be there, support me, and not put everything on me, but be okay with me making my decisions. And I think this is true for a lot of strong women. So if you are watching this and you're a strong woman, please let me know, do you relate? Does that make sense? Do you agree or disagree? Like, it's totally okay if you disagree too, because I think that helps you learn what works and doesn't work for you. And it helps anyone else that's watching this or seeing this know, like, yeah, it doesn't have to be one way. I'm just sharing, like, getting that clarity, really has helped me. So in case you don't know, I studied in yoga and Eastern philosophy. It's been about 15 years now since I did my first training in Bali, and really took that to a new way of living for myself for over 15 years. Prior to that, and some of the time that overlapped, I was in corporate America for over 15 years in sales. So why am I bringing this up now? How does this correlate? Yoga was a path to a deeper connection to self and spirit, which brought out a more feminine side of me and helped me on this path. The business side brought out the more masculine side. So we've got the masculine and the feminine, and which one's taking over, which one's running the show. So in business, I was a strong businesswoman working with a lot of others. And it was that go-go masculine mentality, make more, do more sales, bring it all to a higher level. So when you're surrounded in that, and that energy, you might take on more of it, and it can deplete the feminine side. So what are you doing in your life to bring both of these together, right? So these different parts of me and parts of you, the masculine and the feminine, both men and women have the masculine and the feminine. Like, can you check in with both sides and say, who's running the show right now, or are we in balance? And maybe the masculine's been running for a while, and it's time to let the feminine take over. Maybe the feminine's been taking over, and you're not stepping up for yourself and making the things happen that you really want in your life. And that's when you want to allow the masculine to have a say, right? I'm just checking the beautiful comments. So I got a birthday message. Thank you. Bonnie said, and you're not going to all see this because I'm on different platforms, but I think this one's from YouTube. Joy, confidence, and love, plus respect and how we make each other feel. My husband has supported me in all my endeavors, which is so important in relationships. Yeah, so then you recognize that's something that's really important to you, is to be supported, even though you're a strong person that can do it on your own. And we need to do the work. She said, even when we do the internal work, our relationships change too. Yeah, I'm just checking if there's anything here. Yes. Love you guys for tuning in and checking this out. So the other thing I would say, be turning 48 this Friday, and dating. I find that, dating men somewhere in my age group, they have their lives kind of set, and they might have a path of where they want their lives to go. And I feel like my life's actually pretty open. Like, there's some things that are kind of set and some things that are kind of open, like some things I feel strong about. So I feel like it's good. I can be in flow for what else is happening in someone else's life. But I will tell you, as a strong woman in my age dating, and this is advice for men and advice for women, you don't need to just fit into someone else's life. And men, you can't expect that. At this point in our lives, it should be, first and foremost, it's about true love, respect and making each other feel amazing when you're together and when you're connecting. Next, if it goes there and it feels right and it's going to be longer term, then at this point in life, it's looking at how we're going to meld our lives together. We're not meeting at 20 years old where we kind of just grow together and things happen. We've already grown. We've got lives in place, right? So dating at this age, sometimes one partner will say, oh, can you just kind of move into my scenario and my life and do this and have it all work? And that doesn't work for strong women. Like, it's like, no, I've got a life. I've got a business. I've got, for me, I've got a daughter. So it's a family. And that doesn't mean that the woman or the other partner isn't totally open to it. It's just that there has to be the CFC communication. What is your dream? What do you want your life to look like? What are you open to exploring together? Like, those are conversations that you need to have when you're dating pretty early on. If you're looking for something more long-term and you're looking to do something with a future, if you're not in it just for fun for the next couple nights, then you want to have those conversations like openly and honestly. And if the other person doesn't like it or doesn't align with them, wouldn't you rather know now? So be honest about it. Say, this is my dream. Are you interested in this same dream? But you can't do that unless you do this self-discovery and connect with self and live your truth so you can speak your truth and share that this is what I want, being courageously vulnerable. If you're looking for a long-term life partner, if you're looking for marriage, if you're looking to move in together, or, I don't know, whatever it is that your heart is really desiring, it's about being able to openly express that without the fear of being judged or being shunned in that moment. Because if you are, it's not the right person. They're not on the same page and you're not aligned, and that's okay. You just learned something amazing and you practiced being vulnerable. You practiced sharing from your heart. And that is something to be celebrated. Any other thoughts, comments, or questions before I tune out today? I'm just checking here. Yeah, and if anyone relates to anything that I was saying or it really spoke to you, please do leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know how you feel about relationships. I'd love to hear if you're in a relationship or single. If you could put that in the chat, that helps me to know my audience, know who I'm speaking to, so I can kind of cater my conversation that way. So one last thing that I had in my notes here. And if you want notes to the show, please type notes in the comments and I will send you notes to the show, to my talking points today. So I'm really happy to share with you some of these points because I take notes in order to share with you, and this might be speaking to you. Also, let me put something on a banner here. I have a couple of events coming up that are really powerful, and I'm doing a brand new masterclass called Purpose, Passion, Prosperity. I've actually done a couple of them, so you might say, that's not new. I heard you talk about before, but I've changed it. I've totally changed it, and I'm really excited to do the new one starting. The next one is August 11th, but you can go to this Transformation Terra /purpose at any time and see what masterclass is coming up, because we're doing them monthly. So you're seeing this in the future. We have retreats coming up. We have, and then I have a really powerful 2-day event, the Art of Transformation Coaching. Whether you are a coach or you're interested in this deep level work, just being coached, or you're interested in building a business around it, I highly suggest this 2-day event. And right now there's nothing to pay for. You just get on the list, so you'll be notified when registration opens. And I believe registration should be opening on my birthday, this Friday. So make sure you register just to be notified. And let me put that on here as well. Yeah, right here. Again, if you're on Instagram, it doesn't pop up. It's on all the other sites. So you can go to transformationterra.com and just click on our events page and you'll see it. But otherwise, it's transformationterra.com /events. And those couple of days have been truly, really life-changing and eye-opening for people in all aspects of their life. So I'm really passionate about helping you to create your dream life and business. And if you are out there dating, or you are having relationships with anyone in any way, even your friendships, you can use these situations and look to find out more about yourself and get curious, and looking at how every situation makes you feel and what triggered that. So sometimes triggers are referred to as something negative. A negative trigger means you felt upset or mad or angry or hurt or like just off. Instead of being upset about this, get curious about this. Wow, that really triggered me. So instead of getting upset with the person for causing that trigger, don't get upset with anything. Look at, what is it about me and how I feel that causes me to be triggered? Like, is there some discomfort from the past? Does this remind me of something? Does this hurt me in some way? And what does that mean? What do I make it mean? Like, okay, when he said, oh, I don't know, I'm trying to make something up right now. When he said, oh, well, you could have done that on your own, I felt triggered, saying, of course I would have, but I didn't want to. Doesn't he get it? How's he judging me? What is he making it mean? Like, what are you making it mean? You say, oh, that made me feel like, he was questioning my confidence or questioning my abilities. But we don't know that that's really true, right? We don't even know that that's true. It's just like the story we make up. So when we step into our higher self, we step into no wrong understanding, and we don't create these misunderstandings. Yet, hey, we're still in our human beings, so they happen. But what we can do to find soul expansion, personal growth, and evolve is to look at, why is it that I'm questioning my own confidence or trust or ability? It's not really about what he said. It's about how it made me feel and why am I feeling that way? And that's how we can get empowered to create a new experience. That's how we can be empowered to remove the trigger to begin with. It's not about the other person and what they did. It's about, can we remove the trigger? And then you can open yourself up to new dating possibilities, because it's not a little thing that's going to throw you off. You can really just see the person for their soul, for their heart and soul. And that's really the heart and soul connection that's, I think, going to bring you the greatest level of fulfillment. So let me just see if there's any other thoughts or comments here. It's been really awesome to connect with you guys. If this helped you in any way, please do leave a comment or let me know. I'd love to connect with you. Definitely check out our next free masterclass. Those are just an hour long, and I leave an extra half hour after for Q&A. Again, it's transformationtarot.com/purpose. And definitely mark your calendars for our next The Art of Transformation coaching event. I do 2-day workshops 3 times a year, and we do have one coming up late September. So here, that's transformationtarot.com/events. So anytime you watch this, you can check out the events. And yeah, absolutely. Type notes in the chat if you'd like the notes. I'm more than happy to share those. And I love you guys. I love that you want to be this person, Stacy. Again, I'm checking different platforms here. You guys are really amazing. Thank you for being here and open to what I had to share with you today. It is my, you can see the yoga mat in the background. Yeah. It is my hope and my purpose to help you to connect to your truth and really love your life and live a purposeful, intentional, happy life. So I hope that my sharing and conversation here today helps you to get there a little further. And thanks for being a part of this. If there's nothing else, I'm going to tune out and say thank you for tuning in. And now I'm tuning out. Mwah! So much love to you. So much love. And what we do in yoga is, this is the 6th chakra, inner knowingness, intuition, know your truth, speak your truth, live your truth. Namaste. Have a great, great afternoon.